Story 1. My name's Daniel Harper. I work nights, delivering servers in a small data center facility outside town. I don't know how you'll take this, but I'm telling you what happened last night. I slid into the empty server bay around 2 a.m., the fluorescent hum buzzing. Client's Jitter emailed me earlier about weird files on their dark web node. I thought it was routine. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I opened a directory. 2 files named Eyes and Scream. I double-clicked one. The screen went glitchy, pixel lines dancing. I tapped another key to close it. Nothing happened. The directory kept generating new files. I know this sounds crazy, but I swear they appeared in real time. Then I saw movement. A shape in the reflections of the black screens behind me, like someone stepping into the frame. I turned. Nothing. I shook my head, trying to calm the racing blood. I murmured, "It's a damn hallucination." I tried copying the files over to a USB. Halfway through, red pixel artifacts smeared across the display, like flicks of blood. The folder renamed itself Follow Me. That sank unease into my gut. I felt so exposed, alone in that white room. I grabbed my phone to call maintenance, but no signal. Server racks shielding me, I guess. That made sense, yet freaked me out more. I whispered, "Great, trapped." Then static hissed from the speakers above. A warped voice said, "Find me." Low and slow. My hand hovered over the power button. Adrenaline trembled in my ribs. I ran toward the door with the USB. In a blur of dread, I glanced over my shoulder. Inside the dark rack corridor, I swear I saw a silhouette. Skinny, head cocked like a broken thing. Watching, I got outside, into the loading bay, and everything felt wrong. Ceiling lights flickered. Stains on the walls looked fresh. I dropped the USB. It skidded on the concrete. I swung back for it and saw a smear of red stretching toward me. I snatched it up, sprinted to the hallway exit. The facility alarms blared silent, only flashing red strobes. No voice, no guards, silence. I ran barefoot, tearing a foot open on debris. I burst into the parking lot, breathing ragged. I looked back. Through the glass doors, I saw that silhouette again, more defined. A face, pale, eyes vacant, arm stretched toward me. The dark web files had called it through the screen. I dashed to my truck, blood pooling at my ankle. The shape pressed against the glass from inside, mouth stretched unnaturally. I barreled away. Driving home, my head pounded, phone buzzing non-stop with alerts. New file. Follow me. Nothing readable. Just that message over and over. I threw the USB out the window. I know it sounds crazy, but a second later, the files popped up on my phone anyways. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I shut the phone off mid-texting someone, likely 911, and tossed it. I limped home and locked every door. Now it's morning, and I'm typing this from home. The worst part When I opened my laptop, there on the desktop was a new file. I'm inside. My blood went cold. I don't dare delete it. I'm terrified to sleep. I woke up at 7 a.m. because a ping came from the USB I threw out, buzzing somewhere near the driveway. I didn't reclaim it. I didn't want to prove it was real. I keep hearing intermittent hums from the hallway when the power rises. I think something followed me home. I didn't stream anything. I didn't record it. I feel it watching when I'm in dark corners of my flat. Maybe tomorrow I'll leave, but I keep checking the front door, half expecting the silhouette to be pressed behind the glass. I can't rest. This isn't cinematic. I don't think there's a final fight. I don't think I'll get answers. All I know is that I exposed it. The dark web file summoned something, and now it's living in the fringe reflections of my everyday life. That's it. I may never fully wake up. Story 1. My name's Jason Miller. I'm an off-duty paramedic working a rural call shift. I picked up an odd request that I can't shake. I opened the report at around 3 a.m., got routed to a stranded car out on a forest trail. That's pretty normal, but the accident call, I know this sounds crazy, but they said they downloaded something from the dark web just before crashing. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I remember that phrase. It jumped right out. I drove down the dirt track, headlights hazy in the drizzle. The car was halfway off the road, hood smashed, brake lights on. No driver in sight. Wet leaves scattered inside. I knelt down and saw a USB drive clipped to the visor. It said, "Run me." I grabbed it, thinking maybe it belonged to the driver. I plugged it into my squad laptop to document chain of custody. Files named "Open Slowly, Don't Show." I clicked "Open Slowly." A video file popped up. Pixelated, shaky, dark. At first it was a room, bare walls, but then movement in corner of frame. Someone stumbling. Blood pooled at their feet. Snap. It cut. Then a voice screeched through my speakers. "Find us." Like someone whisper screaming. My fingers shook. Adrenaline scorched my veins. I backed out of the file. Thought I'd delete it. But the program glitched. It renamed itself Follow. The screen flashed red for a half second. I looked outside. The Jeep door creaked like in the video. I scrambled up, heart racing. I ran around the car. Nothing. Just shattered glass, tire marks. I didn't want to think. Was it a trap? I stuffed the USB in my coat pocket and called dispatch. No response. Phone kept saying, "Call blocked." Great. I'm alone on a trail at 3 a.m. Phone dead. Weird file in hand. I checked the car again. A crimson smear across the driver's seat. It looked like someone had clamped their hand there before vanishing. My stomach churned. I saw footprints in the forest. Not fresh, muddy. They circled the car. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but they went inward, like something stepping in, but not leaving. I swallowed hard. I grabbed my radio, but static. Then that whisper from the recording, coming through the handset. "Help us, please." No way that was on a blank channel. I dropped it. My inner monologue raced. Am I losing it? Is someone messing with me? I thought maybe prankers. But the silence was too heavy. No wind, no animals. I turned and there was a figure. Skinny, hunched over, back toward me, stepping forward into the trees. I called out, nothing. I squared my shoulders, pulled out a flashlight. Click. It refused to turn on. The silhouette vanished. I ran to the tree line. Mud sucked at my boots. I shouted, "Hey!" Echo swallowed me. Then the car window shattered from inside. I jumped back, blood-red cracks. I realized I'd left the USB inside. When I reached for the door, I felt something warm. Blood. Didn't know whose. I ran, tore back to my squad, grabbed flashlights and gloves. There were now claw-like scratches across hood. The audio file still playing in my memories. Echo in my mind. I went back, slowly. Flashlight on the ground, shattered. No sign of the silhouette, but I noticed the driver's license inside the car door pocket. Name, address, mine. My fingers froze. How? The name matched. My face appeared ghosted in the photo, but the details matched me. I don't understand. I closed my eyes. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but the photo looked dated. 2005. I vomited behind the car, leaning on the hood, knees weak. The trail was silent, but it felt alive. My breathing steadied, or so I thought. I looked at the USB case, opened it. A slip of paper. Tonight. I knew what it meant. My turn. I glanced at my phone again. New message. An image. It was a mirror reflection of me, but blurred. Blood smudged. I didn't open it. Something banged at the car roof. My head snapped up. Rain dripped down into the open, shattered window. I looked up. Nothing. Just branches dripping. I shut the door, locked it. With shaking hands, I walked back the trail to my truck. Only I saw footprints in the mud. A pair followed me as I moved. They weren't mine. Inside the truck cabin, keys gone. Door locked behind me. I pried window open. Hip slit from glass cut. I started bleeding. I pressed shirt to it, tried to breathe. Then headlights turned on behind my truck, but no engine sound. I peeked, silhouette again, at door glass. Pale face, head tilted. No details, just watching. My pulse hammered. I ran into the forest, bleeding. Flashlight dead. I didn't look back. Branches scratched my arms. Mud footprints trailing behind me. But I didn't stop. I reached a clearing. Collapsed. Bone buzzed itself alive. Message, now. That's all. Followed by a video icon. I couldn't let my eyes open it. Device crashed. Now I'm writing this from a hospital bed. I stumbled out, and a hiker found me and called it in. They told me I'm lucky to be alive. The USB phone, dashcam, it's all in locked evidence. I haven't slept much. I wake to static in my ear. I catch glimpses of that silhouette at hospital windows at night. I know there's an answer somewhere in those files. But I can't open them. I don't want to, because I know something sent that file. It lured me, and maybe it's still walking behind me. I don't have a conclusion. I don't have closure. I only have that footage memory, that whisper, and the knowledge that I was targeted. Story 3. My name's Michael Thompson. I'm a freelance tech support guy based in Portland, Oregon. I didn't expect to stumble on something that's consuming me. I was browsing the dark web last night, curiosity-driven, trying to debug a client's Tor connection. I know this sounds crazy, but I typed in my parents' names just to see if any data leaks tapped into family history. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I swear I saw videos. Videos linked to our names. I clicked one, eyes wide, thinking it must be junk. The screen lit with grainy footage. An empty living room. Dusk light crawling behind thin curtains. No people, but then the camera shifted as though someone moved behind it. A delay, like the file was lagging. Flicker. Blood splatters across the wall. I jerked back. My heart thudded. I closed it. Then the directory glitched, and the file renamed itself Watch Again. I stared. Panic surged. I clicked again. Same footage, but now the door slowly opened. No one there. Curtain moved like wind, but window shut. The crimson stain on wall looked newer. My inner monologue stopped me. Am I insane? But I leaned closer. I noticed the room looked like my parents'. The couch, the lamp, the photo on the side table, the same frame we had at home. I gasped. I thought maybe someone built a fake set. I didn't want to think it was real. I started a screen record to preserve evidence, or maybe I just wanted to prove to myself I wasn't hallucinating. Then static noise, as garbled voice, quiet, distant, said, "I'm here." Felt like it filled the room, though I was alone. Then the video cut. The folder changed again to, "It's your turn." My blood froze. I quickly exited Tor, but in my downloads folder, .txt appeared. Open at 3 a.m. It was 2:45 a.m. My fingers shook. I tried deleting everything, but directory locked. Then my phone pinged with a message. "You saw us." No sender. I grabbed my jacket, ran downstairs to front door. The house was silent. Faint hum of refrigerator. Shadows deep in hallway. I didn't check over my shoulder. I noticed a smear on wall near stair rail, like blood. Not mine. I didn't feel slash, but a handprint. Dry, dark. I called my therapist friend. No answer. I texted help. No reply. Then footsteps upstairs. Light padding. I didn't want to look. I crept back. Footsteps stopped. Silence. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I swear I saw a figure silhouette at top stair. Thin, head cocked, still. I backed up, pressed to basement door. Breathe, ragged. I peeked into basement. Dark, Only glow from my laptop screen. Reflection in monitor. Pale face behind me. I whipped around. Nothing. I ran back up, spilled coffee mug, brown liquid pooling. Tangents racing. Why me? Why my parents' names? Did they record something in that room? I stormed back to computer. Tor was open again. Files reappeared. Video 1.mp4. Video 2.mp4. I clicked Video 2. It was behind the living room again, but this time blood puddle on floor. A leg twitching. Face blurred, but it looked like my mom. I shut laptop. House phone rang. It's unlisted. I didn't pick up. Then my laptop pinged. Text, now. Then opened a live feed camera. It was me, bleeding at foot from startled trip. My face sweaty and pale. In reflection behind me, shadow crouched. I couldn't close it. I hit power. Laptop died, screen black, heart pounding in ears, louder than power click. I stumbled outside into night air. Breakfast windows across street lit. No one out there. I heard footsteps behind me on sidewalk, but turned empty. My phone buzzed. Look, I didn't. I disabled notifications. I limped back inside, clutching my ankle. Now, at bedside hour later, I can't shut off every device. But light flickers, screens wake. File names flicker across my desktop. Open at 3 a.m. Watch again. Now it's time. No sender. No clue who's sending. My ankle throbs, but I'm more afraid of that silhouette I keep seeing around corners. My parents called. They hadn't seen me in days. My voice shook. I told them I was staying at a friend's. I'm not. I'm holed inside my flat. I dare not reopen that video. But I can't delete it either. Now it's in my system registry. I tried uninstalling Tor. Files reappear. I power off. Next day they return. I keep hearing static whispers. When I close eyes at night, it's in my head. I wake at exactly 3 a.m. The power in room surges. My phone lights up. Screen shows live feed. My own sleeping face. But I'm not asleep. Then, window curtain rustles. Reflection behind shows that silhouette. Thin and still. I can't move. I stare at phone. Then, feed cuts. That was last night. I woke soaked in sweat. There's no resolution. I know it sounds crazy, but I triggered something. Dark web video linked to me. Now something is edging into my life. I don't have answers. I just keep expecting my name searched again. Another file tied to me. Another blurred video footage. And maybe it's not just watching. Maybe it's coming.